live. You are live.
Face?
You're on YouTube.
You're alive? Oh, watch this mess. Check out the big man.
No! Don't do that.
I sorry. Wasn't enough water. Yeah.
Start over.
Check out the big man and the fat man. Nah.
Listen, you and your shameless plugs. If you don't get,
I want people to know this is my channel before I can go big.
Oh, there's one person. Check out
listen.
the
Look
big
at
man
underscore
and the fat man.
my viewer left. Thank you. Yes.
They're still there.
Building sandcastles. Tell me if you can guess what it is.
Look at me, mommy.
I'm looking at you.
No, the camera.
Why? We doing something. Sorry, Ari. See there? Building sandcastles with the family. We've got a sand dollar creature, urchin thing.
C4Os, Ariana money and me money. Let me go get ice cream after you get some money over there. And
Get! Go! Yeah, I was trying to extort somebody for their ice cream. Slay it back up. That's somebody else's hole. Get over here. No swear.
Oh, watch it fall. Watch it mess up.
Let's see what happens. Ándale aquí, pues. Ándale aquí, pues. Is it not working?
he's trying to like make
Press X to doubt.
Press X to doubt? Is that what you said? I'm trying to make sure I have a good view without everybody walking through.
Hey,
Don't put regular water. Is this water from the ocean?
check out
The
the
Gulf.
big man underscore and the fat man.
okay.
Please. Please.
Ariel, please stop.
I'll be uploading videos soon.
I'm going to cut it off.
No! Fire!
Yay! Don't touch it.
Listen, your perfectionism is gonna mess it up.
Your perfectionism.
Do I need to tell you in this? Sacrifice to the drowned gods.
There's only one.
What sacrifice? Toad.
Shalom.
Hello.
Salam alaikum.
Oh, we're talking about. Sorry.
They sacrifice it to
I'm
drown
kidding.
gods.
Oh,
And,
I'm kidding.
She's only kidding.
I'm sorry.
Where do all these lines come from?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You know the guys taking the.
Oh, I was like, what kind of magical stuff is this?
You need it filled up?
With sand? Oh,
Ariel, Elisha, y'all can fill this bucket.
Little boys.
No, Elisha, get that.
Littering.
There's already McDonald's cups for some reason.
Put all this dirty water standing here by himself.
Yeah, you really.
Celia, I'm filming. Don't stand directly in front of it.
how many people are watching?
3.
Hello, 3 people.
Listen.
Please stop you guys.
I'm gonna cut it off.
We want to have
Y'all
a
put your hands in
conversation.
one
Don't
more.
put your hands in front of the camera.
It's not even possible.
I mean, like maybe later.
Yes, later.
Yes, I have.
See what I'm saying? And y'all want to do stuff.
Gosh.
Can't do nothing. Can't do
I'm
nothing.
just a little bit old,
Let me see that shovel.
older than I
The
look.
shovel.
Ariel, more sand.
Go put that bottle in the cart,
I got sand.
but just in case.
Mucking your stuff. You're mucking your stuff.
Celia, don't do
Leave your
that.
stuff alone.
No, you're not. Get away from me.
Okay, very gently taking off the top of this here cake here. Oh, please be careful. That's all we need him to actually dab into the. Oh, look, go that way right quick. Get that ship.
Oh, see, it's a whole pirate ship.
Arr.
Arr. Aye, aye, mateys. Is that right?
I can.
Aye, aye, mateys.
Yeah, ladies.
All right, that's Clearwater Beach right here.
Stay away from it.
Everybody's doing their things in the sand. And these are the hotels and the condos. That's the Cole and the oldest in the house. Then we pan around.
We have to
Yeah.
say it that way, the oldest in the house.
Yeah, the oldest in the house. Beautiful view. Thank you. It is a beautiful view. We didn't create it. But if we did, it'd look just like this.
It would be just like that.
Yes. All right, back down to the castle. Celia. So can you get your daughter, please? Can you get your daughter, please?
What, her?
This,
Oh, sorry.
Get her.
Baby, come.
please.
Here we go.
What was I doing?
She's like, I'm sorry. You got enough water in there?
Is there enough water?
Yeah, there's enough water.
What do you need more of?
The height I'm looking at. Because one side is supposed to be lower.
Yeah, that side right there that you're putting on right now is supposed to be lower.
There's a particular picture.
The craftsman. The craftsman. We've got a $C over there in that red bucket. And I figured out why the red bucket is low. It has a leak in it.
There's a leak in the bucket.
There's a leak in the bucket. Yeah. Poor sea urchin, sand dollar, sea creature, monster. Sea anemone.
Somebody talking to you?
Zay Israel.
Hi, Zay. Shalom.
Well, we need
Shabbat shalom. Yeah. Okay. I can talk about something.
Go ahead.
Stand here. If anybody's watched this far, 7.5 minutes into the video. All right. So, somebody was asking, how does a first wife, when a man is pursuing other wives, how does she deal with her feelings of inadequacy and insecurity and jealousy? Move. You gotta move over here. There we go. Thank you. How does she deal with that? You know? And how does she get past it?
Oh, hey, this is weird.
Well, you have to learn to work through these things. You got some questions you gotta ask yourself.
guys.
Stop walking in front of the camera. You got questions you gotta ask yourself. You gotta ask yourself where these problems are coming from. What is causing them? Because
Now, baby.
the person I was talking to,
Yes, help him finish.
the person I was talking to was saying,
Help him finish.
the person I was talking to was saying, I feel that way because I just do. And that's not true. You don't feel any kind of way because you just do. And so at that point, you need to investigate, do some self-introspection and some self-analysis and see what's causing these
Fill up
feelings.
this bucket right here.
If these feelings are internal, then you need to work on it in yourself. You need to ask yourself why it's internal. Are you afraid of what family's gonna say? Are you afraid of what society is going to say?
Keep going.
Is society the problem, being that we've been programmed in a certain direction, in a monogamous direction? Or is your family the problem? Are you afraid of your parents, your mother and your father, and what they're gonna say? Your sister, your brother, what they're gonna say? You have to analyze it.
Fill up another bucket.
And
The bathroom right here.
or
So then don't.
society will make us, I guess, what do you call it, unreasonable?
Yeah.
Unreasonable.
Here you go.
So you have to figure it out for yourself, and then you have to work yourself through it. I'm suggesting people read self-help books. Those of us that have been married for years, many years, 10 years or longer, I think you need to understand, nobody's gonna replace you. There's no need of a fear from that. Oh, if her husband is doing everything she needs to make her comfortable, you're right. She has to evaluate why she's feeling that way. Absolutely. If he hasn't done anything, if he hasn't been cheating on you or neglecting you in this process and things like that, that's got to be coming from some other source, and that's why I want it investigated. And so many people feel this way, so that's why I'm saying anything in the first place. So, you have to understand your position in society and your position in your family's life. A lot of us are Israelite and a lot of us are Islamic. You got to understand, I'm saying the lifestyle you signed up for, because a lot of us aren't born to this lifestyle.
Yeah.
A lot of us are waking up to it and coming into it and deciding to observe some level of, orthodoxy or whatever you want to call it, some strictness. And so, you're going to have to understand that if you've been there a really long time, nobody's going to come and replace you. They're going to make their own place, but they can't replace you. And you also need to understand. What the blood clot? Did you just hang up on me? No. Okay, but anyway.
Sorry for any technical difficulties that
Let's
happened
move this
during
side.
this live
Let's
video.
move
Yeah,
this
let's
side.
come this way. What was the next thing I was saying?
You got to know your place in society.
Oh yeah, why you're not enough. If you feel like you're not enough, you need to analyze yourself. And if you've been doing everything that you've been doing, if that man has been pleased with you the majority of the time, I don't think you should think that you're not enough. That's not typically the problem with polygyny. A man is getting a wife because his current wife is not enough. He's in the wrong. He needs to get that wife up and running. Get her up and running before you run off and get somebody else. But look at that. It doesn't look bad. It looks good. It's gonna make. Oh, I'm not supposed to say the castle.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say. But wow. But but if you've been doing everything, I don't think that you should feel like somebody's trying to replace you or that you haven't been enough. You just have to understand that men and women are different. I do believe that men and women are equal. They are just not the same. And so we have different ways of moving about in life. And that is the man's way of moving about in life. He typically has more than one woman, and that's it. And it typically doesn't have anything to do with you and how good of a wife you have been, especially
It just seems like it's going to be too
when you signed up for these belief systems. Especially.
Hey,
So that's the end of that. That's all I wanted. I decided to give y'all something polygynous while we watch this wonderful, wonderful castle being made on the beach. What your baby doing?
lay it out.
Laid out, chilling. Especially if she says she's okay with him having another wife, which she did. Yeah, once you do that, you got to work through it. I suggest reading some books. I suggest reading some self-help books, and some pro-polygyny authors and things like that, and just start wrapping your mind around the deal. Wrap your mind around it. Learn to accept yourself. Learn to work on yourself if you need to. And get prepared for your co-wife, sister wife. We'll be coming along shortly. No, what did you send your team?
Or always remember, you have a right to change your mind.
Yes, everybody can.
Everybody has the right to change their mind, and if it's not working for you, it's not working.
Yes,
It's a sad thing, though.
It's a sad thing.
Try to make it work.
And see, with Israelites, a lot of us aren't. They're not going to leave.
Yeah, no, not at all.
It's not like you can't. You kind of get very ostracized if you leave your
Yeah.
husband, and you think you're gonna walk through like Israelite society as this woman who has basically abandoned her post, and that man ain't gave you leave to abandon your post. He hasn't released you.
There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do about that.
Is he trying to stop the leak?
Yeah, it's a leak.
We're missing a child. 1, 2, 3, 4. There he is. I catch fish.
At the end of the day, everybody should follow what their belief systems say, and what foundations they've set up.
Yep.
Because if your belief system don't tell you that, and you feel like that's not something you can do, then
Now, if he's been cheating,
don't do it.
if he's been cheating and he's been lying and he hasn't been trustworthy, etc., then y'all got some discussions that need to happen.
Right.
believe in what is essentially a good man, and I don't
Yes,
consider
and that's the thing.
I don't consider cheaters to be good men.
No.
If he's been lying and he hasn't been honest and he hasn't been open and transparent and he doesn't have integrity, and I just don't think he's a good
And
person.
that's the big deal breaker.
Yeah.
Your religious beliefs are, there for a reason. But at the end of the day, if integrity is not in the picture,
Right. And that's something that y'all need
that's
to
a whole
discuss
nother
that.
thing to be addressed. And polygyny is not your problem.
No. And that's definitely something that needs to be understood.
Yes.
Religion is not the problem.
Yes.
It's the lack of honesty and the lack of
Yes.
integrity.
It's a lot of lack.
The lack of he's callous, and the lack of consideration for you and all this kind of stuff. Like all that has to be. Yeah. No. If he hasn't been a good guy, I
Wouldn't even bother. But if he's been a good man to you and he's been treating you decently
He's not lazy.
and he's not lazy and you feel like
I know
all
one
is
person
right
was
in the
afraid of
world.
that. She was like, no, he's already lazy. I'm afraid.
Oh yeah,
his-
no.
I'm afraid his new wife gonna be lazy.
No.
And they're gonna be sitting up there being lazy together, and I'm working hard.
No.
Like, yeah, no,
No, that's not right.
no, none of that.
You just got to
That's
check
right.
yourself and check your relationship.
Mhm.
If your relationship is worth what polygyny entails, go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Nothing. We're having a conversation while you do that.
Alright, she said, oh boy.
No, she was
No,
saying go for it.
No, I'm telling you, Lil Deandra is like loving this castle thing here.
I mean, it's looking great. Like,
I have the power.
Don't give it away.
can I help you? All right, I'm feeling better about life already.
All right. You gonna take a little more off or no?
Man, I need a level.
You need a level?
I don't have no level.
Let me go to the truck.
Where's my tool bag?
I've been running too close to it. Ah! Yeah, I fell into it. I'm sorry. Once you set your tower, there's no adjusting it. It looks good. Yeah, you need some. Yeah, internal right there. Yeah. Yeah.
This one's the only defect. This one right here is the only defect.
The tower has no gears. No gears.
What's that?
These things. Boop, 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 boop. You said it had a defect. I was just saying. Boy, Patricia said. Really,
Move your arms, chap.
You're getting more and more sandy on your legs. Like, how is that happening? What are you? What is she doing? As the sun goes down here,
Oh, hang on.
clear. As the sun goes down here at lovely Clearwater Beach, Florida, and as our pirate ship sails off into the sunset,
It'll be destroyed by
we
the
wish you
giant.
all good luck and a good night.
Or
As
justice.
he fortnights in the sunset. Here, I'm running with my phone to the water. I'm scared.
Go ahead, child. Hey. Yes.
Celia, grab some water for me, please.
There you go.
Choo, choo, choo. How you go?
Like, he's like, I'm tired. I'm tired.
He
now."
didn't know I was filming him. I'm sorry. He's like, oh, look, he gonna throw some deuces.
Together, right?
Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Oh.
Oh.